Good morning, everyone. It's 2 a.m. Serotonin. I had to make this video before I went to bed because I just finished watching a really amazing video by UAP called Fakertects what was it called again? Darn it. Fakertects Claim What Remains. Okay, fantastic video. He brought up some really interesting questions. I love questions. I love it when we have new questions. And he brought up some new questions. And so what's really interesting is I was doing some more research. I did a video just recently. I'm going to kind of preface this. I did a video just recently on the big wheels, Ferris wheels. And my theory is that we repurposed all of these wheels that used to be on these giant boats. Like this boat is called the Great Eastern. And we use them as Ferris wheels. And I just wanted to point out this great picture. By and by, the keels of such vessels will have to be curved to accommodate them to the form of the earth. Just thought that was really great for, there's so many people in our community that are flat earthers. I have not made a choice on that. I don't know if I ever will, but I certainly know that the earth is not round. I'm kind of going with potato right now. I'm a big fan of the potato earth. Anyway, so I had been researching this particular piece on here, and this is a really fun website. I know this is a bit of an alarming tag they have up here, but this is something I used to look at a long time ago before I knew of such things, of such symbolism having such terrible histories behind them. Anyway, they have some great categories, and we're going to get into this website a little bit later on in the video. Anyway, boop, boop, boop. So researching the Ferris wheels, I came across this guy, this little weaselly weasel, and his name is Isambard Kingdom Brunel. So how does this fit into the UAP video that I just finished watching a few minutes ago? It really is a direct response. So another little piece about me. I'm super interested in numerology, and I have been very interested in also astrology for a long time. And I do not make predictions, but I like to talk about in numerology. I also, as I said, I do astrology, and I like to figure out what people's, basically what their guidebook is to themselves, for themselves. It's not for me. I never keep this information. It's always requested by people, clients or friends. And basically I use basic numerology and Chinese and tropical astrology to tell you how to function in this incarnation in the body you're born in. I do believe that we are much greater than our souls. That our bodies, our souls are much greater than our bodies. And in this time when you're born on this planet into this matrix, you're born into their system, and they love numbers, and they love to categorize, and they love to put everyone in categories. It's really important for them to sort and divide. And so this is not, the information that I use is not to sort of better yourself and get ahead of everyone, but it's to basically, like, are you a soul that is not functioning well in this incarnation? So this is what your body was born into. This is what the matrix has given you, and this is how you work with it, basically. And I use the matrix phrase very loosely. I do not generally like to say that or even use the word red pill phrase, but anyway, for the masses, I will. Okay, so enter Isambard Kingdom Brunel. Back to this weasel man. And why I was talking about numerology. Well, when you read about this stuff, you start to wonder, really, who are these people? Okay? He was the greatest of the great Victorian engineers and rather a small man with very big dreams. I mean, even the way they talk about them, it's like a joke. At just about 5 feet, Isambard Kingdom Brunel wasn't a striking figure, but what he lacked in height, he made up with towering ability. You know, it's just ridiculous. He's the greatest artist to ever work in iron. He smoked 40 cigars per day and slept 4 hours per day. It just, you know, it just sounds like a fairy tale. And, like, look at this man. He looks like a fairy tale. And I have something to say about top hats as well. We'll get into that. later on. So what I did was, okay, I think I've also casually mentioned that I've been kind of interested in some of the other intel that's going on and some of the stuff, that's happening right now um, in the Q movement. And I hope that doesn't turn off a lot of people, but, it's something, if everything is a lie, then I want to know. I'm just not just interested in our history, in our past. I want to know what's going on right now. I am a macro worldview person. I'm not going to focus on just a few things. So, being part of the Q sort of puzzle, solving obsession, I stumbled across the gematria calculator. Now, for those of us that don't really know what gematria is, which is a little bit me too, because it's just not something that I do. I'm not interested in really mastering any of these sort of techniques that they've used, but to know what they are and to to have some access to them, I think sometimes can be very interesting. So gematria here, it is basically this is the general wiki, and to be honest, in this particular situation, I will go with wiki. So it originated as an Assyrio-Babylonian Greek system of alphanumeric code or cipher that was later adopted into Jewish culture. Now, what's very interesting, and I really don't know this very well at all, but apparently in the Hebrew writing, numbers and letters are very accurately assigned. So like the numbers are very accurately assigned to the letters. So it's really easy to do gematria. And so when you're doing gematria, you will find there's three different kinds of gematria. So there's Jewish gematria, English gematria, and simple gematria. And I would say that honestly, for the most part, what I have noticed is that the controllers like to use the Jewish gematria because of the Hebrew alphabet does fit so nicely and perfectly with their numbers. So it's like each letter is exactly a number. So here it says here, people who practice gematria believe that the words with identical numerical values bear some relation to each other and to the numbers itself. The number may apply to nature, a person's age, the calendar year, or the like, and a single word can yield multiple values depending on the method used. So, for example, here, a well-known example of Hebrew gematria is the word chai, means alive, which is composed of two letters. Using the assignments in Mispar Gadol table below, I don't know, adds up to 18. This has made 18 a lucky number among Jewish people, and gifts of money and multiples of 18 are very popular. Okay, so the other thing, too, is that people who practice, like I said here, gematria believe that words with identical numerical values bear some relation to each other and to the number itself. Okay, so we are not using gematria, and I never do, in situations to get ahead, because that's service to self, and then it's not how any of us get ahead. Service to others is really the only way. So just like me using copyrighted songs in my videos keeps me honest. I will never ask for money because I can't, because I copyrighted my songs. I just realized that the other day. I mean, I'm never going to ask for it anyway. Not looking for donations. But just like when I told my grandmother after I got my first 5 tattoos, they'll keep me honest. Okay, so here we go. Isambard Kingdom Brunel. What is his gematria? Well, here, this is very interesting. So we're going to look at the Jewish gematria, which matches 714. And we've got Davi, Nikola Tesla, reincarnated, Vida, have, Eva, Canada floods North Dakota. I kind of know about that. Final Fantasy, Vahe, God, does God exist? Right? So, I don't know, I don't know how much it means to me, but I also don't know how much it means to them. They love their numbers, they love their codes, they love their stuff, right? So that was Isambard Kingdom Brunel, who, according to Dark Roasted Blend, whoopsies, let's just do this super quick, okay? So he apparently built sewers. He apparently built pneumatic railways. He apparently built a suspension bridge in Bristol. He also built the most spectacular ship ever made. Look at all these top hats. I have something to say about top hats in a minute. Okay, so that's kind of where we're getting at. It's something that the guy from UAP, and I'm so sorry, I'm just going to call him UAP, what he mentioned, which is just, you know, these architects generally have just absolute, like, lists, like what you would see in like a Santa Claus movie, just like rolling on the ground and rolling off forever of all of their achievements. So it makes you wonder who they are. Okay, so from UAP's video, MH de Young. Calculate gematria. United States, brother and sister, goddess in human form, sigil of the Antichrist. Oh, Ryan Gosling is apparently the sigil of the Antichrist. That doesn't surprise me, actually. Benito Mussolini. There you go. Okay, interesting stuff. Now, one more thing I want to do is the old anagram. Okay? Because if you're going to do gematria and mess with that, you're going to do the anagram too. So I did a Zambard Kingdom Brunel in here. And this is the anagrammer that I chose, called wordplays.com. I just chose it randomly. I don't actually normally do anagrams because, holy crow, look what they give you. Undrinkable Dogma's Brim was the first one to come up. Undrinkable Mob's Diagram. Okay, so you can see there's so many, like Undrinkable Moms, you know, I mean, some of them are just totally ridiculous. Then you get further down here, and then you get to non-maskable. Woo! I like that one a lot. Non-maskable Dumb Rig Rid was the first one. So I tried to get into there and see if I could find some other ones. Non-maskable Rum Brig Did. Bird Dig. Bird. Non-maskable Rum Bird Dig. Yeah, there's so many. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it all right now. It's not really for us to find anything right now together, but it's more for me to show you that these things, these tools are out there, and that you can have a little bit of fun laughing at this stupid stuff that they, you know, they want us to think, you know, just like it's ridiculous. So John D. Spreckles, who was one of the architects, Tribe of Judah. I mean, Tupac Shakur, like, it really does unlock. It unlocks a lot of stuff. Because, again, if everything is a lie, everything is a lie, guys. Everything, everything. Television, entertainers, actors, all of it. Fact is fiction and fiction is fact. Any legend or myth they told you, any movie you see that is supposed to be fictional, look for the truth in it. Because there's some truth. They're going to lead you down some bad paths or some stupid dead ends and stuff. They will do that. Of course they will. But, you know, X-Men Apocalypse, like, come on, people. It's just, it's too funny. It's just, I mean, it's funny. Because, it's funny because we're winning. That's why it's funny. Klaus Spreckles. Geometry. Transformation. Robert Mueller. The Second Coming of Christ. Royal Blood. Obama, Son of Perdition. Like, guys, how much fun is this, right? Okay, he really didn't like this guy, so this one's for you. Okay, so we're even going to do this sir, because sir means something. I've read somewhere that sir in, like, Sumatrian means, like, lizard. So, there you go. I have a big problem with all the sirs out there, like the real sirs, like especially Sir Bob Geldof. I have a beehive in my bonnet about that man. Okay. Sir John Soane, The Secret Name of the Unicorn. Don't even start me about unicorns. You guys know how I feel about the deeply, deeply satanic rainbow-covered unicorns. George Webb, Religion Does Not Exist. What is leftover crack? Oh, okay, I guess if it's that kind of crack. Suppression of gematria. Interesting. Channel thoughts into alien babies. I mean, come on. Anyway, these guys are just Bizarre. But this is what they love, and I do believe that these people are not real. Oh no, that wasn't his name. I got that one wrong. It should be Willis Carrier. Okay. President of the United States. Gin Pie Pyramid. Oh. Interesting. Because I had something to say about gin in another video just recently, so that's kind of interesting. And then something about phi. Anyway. So, some of the other names in here. Here, let's go into here. We'll just do one more here. Let's do this guy. I am pay. Nope. Pay. Go. Oh, what am I doing this? In the anagram. This is where I meant to do it. I am pay. President of the United States. Oh, okay. Whoopsies. Yeah, I was going to say, it can't be the same as the last one. The, Fish, Pence, Kids, Gate, Boeing, Magdalene, Reiki, Cook, Big One, Defango, Panic, Amara. Just interesting stuff, guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one who finds this interesting. Maybe it's stupid. Who knows? Anyway, some of the other names I have are David St. Pierre du Bos. David St. Pierre du Bos. I also have Philip Johnson, Frank Lloyd Wright, Robert A. Stern, Robert Ventus. Who else did I do? Well, there's other ones. I mean, I picked out a whole bunch from his thing. But I'm not going to necessarily do them all, because that would be a super long video, and I don't know if it's really all that exciting for you guys. Be not ashamed of your parents. Silent Witness, why not? Saturn Time Cube Matrix. Autists Light the Flame of Anarchy. I like that one. Anyway. So yeah, so Gematria Calculator, guys. I think while we are trying to deconstruct the fakery, this is a great tool, okay? Anagrams, I also agree, you know? The Illuminati, they love, or not, I don't want to call them Illuminati because they've been disbanded for a while. They've broken up into factions. They're not together anymore because we know who they are. As soon as we can speak their name and people can even get a modicum of truth in a regular conversation, they have to switch everything up. So I don't think they're actually called the Illuminati at all anymore. They've got a completely different thing going on. But anyway, the controllers. I like the controllers. It works for me. The controllers love this stuff. It's just what they love. It's their thing. So another quick thing I just wanted to look at is phi. So for those of us, this one, the golden mean. Okay, so phi is it is the golden mean. It is I'm not a mathematician. I'm just a curious person with a curious mind. I don't have any training in this whatsoever, so please pardon my terrible explanation. But phi is basically it's a calculation that shows growth in nature. Coming out of a spiral and growing exponentially. I personally believe that all of the buildings from, actually I'm not going to try to look for them right now. All of the buildings that were originally created by Tartaria, by the Tartary, were built on scale according to phi, and that's how I think we can find out exactly how much they have sunk into the mud. I also absolutely believe that if they were, created under the auspices and under the mathematical calculations of phi, and they were used to resonate and work with the ether and the atmosphere and all of the copper and the mercury and all of the spheres and all of that, the pieces that is the technosmia, that once they had sunk, just like you can't hold a tuning fork in certain places, you have to hold it at a certain spot. So I do believe that all of the equipment became defunct. That was part of the purpose of doing the mud flood. And I really want to go back to this video again of the sand liquefaction that was originally put up by Rebel Without a Pause, because this video, it's pretty unbelievable. And you know, the guy in it, he actually shows you, how to drill. And so what he's done is he made a hot tub with it, and he's drilled in very specific points in these tubes. We also know that there are extensive underground tunnels all over the world, all over America, all over everywhere. Apparently there's a tunnel that reaches from the US to mainland Europe. Now, if these tunnels were expertly, tampered with, they could create basically this. And so what he's doing is he's pumping air into the sand, and it basically turns it into like water. And at the minute he lets go of the minute he stops the air going through, everything becomes stuck in the sand. I'm just going to let it go for another minute. See, that's the same pit. Okay, and then this. Okay. So the other thing that has happened recently all over the US and other places in the world, there's been a lot of explosions of booming sounds underground and earthquakes. So I do believe that we are actually in the middle of taking down the old system. And I think that all of those have been destroyed. And I think that what would have been our demise and mud flood and reset has been there's some wrenches in the gears there. And then one last thing I just wanted to address, because I really could not believe this video by UAP. It's like we literally did have, like, we met up in our dream and had a little chit chat about stuff, because what else came up in his video was these incredible cities. And now, where did I have this? Oh no, where's it? Up here. I found these beautiful drawings of these cities. Here we go. Architecture. No, it would have been in history. Darn it. No, I feel like I can't find it, because that's a big bummer. Shoot. See, this is, it's just the most incredible. Like, honestly, guys, it's got so much stuff in here that we want to know about. Phantasmagorical Coney Island, City of Fire, Flags of Forgotten Countries. Like, guys, this is really an incredible. Walled cities. Guys, like, seriously, wonder weapons of World War II, medieval suits of armor. Think about how much totalitarian architecture of the Third Reich. There is so much stuff in here that we love to look at. The new power, or this, like, look at the stuff, guys. Like, what the heck? Oh my gosh. I don't even know what to say about that, dudes. Okay, this is kind of bothering me because now I can't find the last one I wanted to show you. But it was basically, he was talking about how cities of the past, the fantastical drawings of buildings, he believes were actually real. They were real buildings. And that they just sort of pretended to, they faked to us that these were architectural drawings, because they were actually real creations. And I'm super bummed because I totally cannot find this particular one. Oh, that drives me nuts. Anyway, that's obviously going to be for another time. But UAP, thank you so much for doing that great. That was the greatest video that I've seen all day. It really, it was so fun to like watch it, and you're just asking all the same stuff that I've just like literally been doing for the last 4 days, and lots of thoughts were very similar. So, anyway, God bless you, UAP. Happy New Year, and to everyone else as well. And thanks for listening. I'm sorry I couldn't find the other thing. I am really bummed out about that. It's not in. Oh, maybe it was in Futurism. Hang on a second. I'm not sure. I have so much fun on this website. It's a bit ridiculous. Anyway, I'll just leave it for now. I'm not gonna make you search with me. So it's all good. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great night, and God bless you all, and talk to you another time.